Welcome to my review of the Cyrusher Rumble 2.0. Cyrusher reached out to me and asked me to review one of the bikes. The bike they asked me to do was the Cyrusher Rumble 2.0. Obviously I said yes, and if I'm honest, it's not really what I was expecting. Now ultimately on the website it just looks like another step-through bike, seen them 1,000 times, and that's what I was expecting. To my surprise though, that really isn't what this bike is. So the bike came in a decent sized box, well packaged, as you'd expect. Everything came out perfect. Having took the bike out of the box, the first thing I noticed is there wasn't much building to do. I had to put on the front wheel, the front mudguard, the front light, the pedals and the handlebars, but not the full handlebars. The stem was already attached, it was just literally the bar itself. Like very little to do at all. Now, call me a nerd or whatever, I was actually really impressed by the bolts and the fixtures. Now to explain this better, when I was putting it together it was really easy. Now usually there's like cross-threaded nuts, or they're not bad but they're not great. On this everything was just perfect. It just felt so easy to put together because it feels like they bought better quality nuts, better quality bolts, and you can tell. Now in honesty I don't really know much about nuts and bolts and stuff, and I don't know if they're a different material or they're just better quality and better machined. I don't know, but they just went together so much easier than I'm used to. The brakes in this came set up as they're meant to be. The left one's the rear and the right one's the front. Now they felt a bit squishy, but then I noticed these little levers, you just twist them and it tightens up how much pressure you want to do to actually brake, which again you don't usually have. So the bike was built, battery charged, all drama free, much easier than expected, and it was ready to test. So before we get into the review, let's have a look at the bits. The first bit technically is the box. Usually your charger, your tools, all your other stuff come in a plain cardboard box, but in this bike it came in a branded box. It also includes some really nice proper tools. You got some long Allen keys, single spanner, but it does everything. It does the wheel nuts and the pedals, so they've included everything you need. Now the bike has 20x4" Charon fat tyres with the white rim around it, which is reflective, so it's really nice. Obviously sport wheels. The bike is 180mm hydraulic disc brakes with the little twisty things that allow you to adjust how much squeeze they have. Very technical, I know. They also stop really nice, as you can see. Right brakes, really like them. The bike has plastic mudguards front and rear. I like plastic, it's nice and noise free. Got nice metal chunky pedals, very grippy, really good. It has a 7-speed Shimano Tawny gear system, cheap, cheerful, reliable, can't go wrong. The screen's pretty common, I've seen it on a lot of bikes, but this one's colour, it's usually just one colour, so that adds a bit of a bonus. The buttons are really nice, they look good, they're nice and pressy. The only bad thing about the buttons is they're not very visible at night, it's really hard to see them. But apart from that they're really nice. The bike also has folding handlebars, but it's not a folding bike, and you may think that's a bit pointless, but they kind of fold sideways, so instead of the handlebars sticking out they're kind of tucked in more if you fold them, which is going to save you space if you're leaving it in the hallway or something, and save you banging into them, so good features to be honest. It has a 48V 18Ah battery, which I got 40 miles from, which for a single battery I'm really impressed. It has a nice thick padded seat, which is nice and comfortable, although having done 40 miles on it was a bit hard then. It has front and rear lights, the front light nice big, nice and bright, the rear light brake light as you'd expect, really nice, do the job great. It has a rear rack, or does it, because usually the rear racks are things that you bolt on, but this one is actually built into the frame, so it's actually part of the frame, you can't remove it ever. Is it part of the bike or a rear rack, I don't know, but it has a rear rack. Usually the rear rack says 25kg load limit, this one doesn't say anything. The only actual load limit I've found on this bike is the 350 pound capacity, which is about 25 stone. bike has a chain guard which is really nice, it's metal, very solid, usually the plastic, so pretty impressed by that. Next I want to talk about the frame. As I said, it looks like another step-through bike that I've seen a million times, but it's just not. The frame's thicker than normal, and it's chunkier. It feels like a tank, to be honest. It's not only have they made the frame nice and thick, they've also added a brace from the seat area to the frame, and then from the frame to the front section. And they've gone, I know it's really strong, but we could make it stronger, and gone full on overkill. I mean, I don't know how you'd ever break this bike, it's just insane. But who's complaining, right? The stronger the better. So, what's the bike really like? Well, as I said in the building part, it feels like a quality product. It feels like they've actually put effort in and made it a nice, solid, high quality bike. It's really nice. When you get on the bike, that 85 Nm torque is very apparent. It kicks in very fast. You feel like you've got a lot of power, and it's really responsive. The torque sensors are really nice on this, it's really responsive. It gets up to the cap speed very quickly. They say it's 15.5, but according to my Garmin it was 14.8, 14.9, so near enough. The ride position's really nice and comfortable, and it just feels easy and nice to ride. It was really enjoyable. So, as usual with all the bikes, I took it to the hill test, and it felt easy to get up the hill. It felt like it was a nice good time, solid climber. It felt really good. Now I have no idea what happened, I genuinely don't, because I was expecting a good time from this. It felt powerful, it felt easy, but the time's pretty slow for my hill test, and I don't know what's gone wrong. I genuinely don't know why this didn't get faster up the hill, because it felt like it did, but the time doesn't lie. And the thing is, I'm not even mad that it was a poor time, because it felt easy. I'm just very confused, like really confused. See, the thing is, the torque sensor on this is really responsive. Like, if you feel yourself slowing down a bit, like going a bit slower than you like, just add a tiny bit of pressure and it increases. It's like so easy to make it go faster. So I don't know what's gone wrong. And the mad thing is as well, like the slower time would suggest that the 85 Nm isn't 85 Nm. It does in my logic anyway, but when you're pedaling it and you feel the power, like you feel the power. And I have no doubts this is 85 Nm. Like, it's a very powerful e-bike. So I have no idea what's happened. Now the weird thing with this bike is there's a saying, you get what you pay for. With this bike it's really not the case, because £999 is a cheap e-bike, but this is not a cheap e-bike. Not at all. Now, if you use the code noob-ebike-guy, you'll also get 80 quid off, so this bike will be £919. Like, it's a bargain, it really is. Like, everything about the bike feels like it's well made, well put together, and they've took time to build it right. I genuinely don't know how they sell this at £999. Like, a lot of effort's gone into this. The frame's solid, the bike's solid, it's got a big battery with like 40 miles of range on, which is really good. Everything's really nice, even the brakes are higher quality than you normally get. The nuts and bolts, like, they've not cut any corners, so I don't understand how it's under £1,000, I really don't. This is a really well priced bike. So, would I recommend this bike? And the answer is absolutely yes. I genuinely have no idea how they made this bike so cheap, because nothing on it's cheap. So, absolutely worth every penny. 100% recommend. Really nice bike. So yeah, if you're looking for a step through bike under £1,000, I'm really going to struggle to find you a better one than this. I really am. Fantastic bike. Definitely recommend. So, once again, if you got this far, thank you for watching. If you like the content I'm making, please do like, share and subscribe. It really does help. Any comments, questions, put them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as I usually do. And I'll see you in the next video.